Ha ha ha. Great. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you all for joining. It's a privilege to be here. Um, Hi, Doc. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening. How you doing, Doc?
Very well. Thank God.
Waiting to see your camera. It's not showing at my
Are you
end.
sure?
Yeah.
But I can see you.
I, I can see myself, but I can't see you.
I can see you though.
Oh yeah, I can't see you.
Really?
Yeah. Please on the chat, tell everyone. Can you all see Dr. Miwa?
I can see your beautiful face, yeah. How come you can't see me? Slasher, can you see us?
Shlaza, can you see Dr. Miwa?
Yes, they can see me.
You can see us. Eh, why can't I see you?
I think you should turn off your camera and bring it back on again.
Okay, so now let's try. I don't think it makes any difference. But should I drop then come up again?
Maybe he go off, yes, and come on. Yeah. Great. How are you people doing? Good evening. And it's a privilege to be here. There's a lot to share. Dr. Okwe is hosting, so in a few minutes, Dr. Okwe would come back up to conduct this conversation, and I'm hoping I can add value. I'm hoping I can share a few thoughts that things have helped me to publish 700 episodes. I mean, we publish this every day. Hi, Chichi. How are you? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. All right. More people are joining. So, Doc, I see you. I don't know why you can't see me though.
Maybe it's gonna come around. It will come around. When I went off the replay, I could see us. So I don't know why. But it's okay.
Great.
Hello everyone.
So don't worry. I'm sure over time it will come back on. So let's just start the conversation.
Okay, all right, good. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us tonight. Is past 8 p.m. over here at Manchester,
Past
and
8 o'clock.
have
Past 6 o'clock.
past 6 o'clock. My apologies. Past 6, 18:04. I think is the 8 I focused on. And we have with us here the one, the only, the special. Oh no! Before I let the cat out of the bag, let me start first of all giving you an intro on the amazing person that we have with us tonight.
Really?
Dr. Oludayo Oludayo is a human capital architect, weaving together expertise in academia, business, and personal development to empower individuals and organizations to reach their full potentials. Is a multifaceted leader with a passion for unlocking human potential. His career spans academia, businesses, and public speaking, weaving a tapestry of experience that empowers individuals and organizations to thrive. In academic area, Dr. Oludayo served as Dean of Students and Registrar at Covenant University, shaping young minds and fostering a vibrant learning environment. His expertise extends beyond the classroom, as a seasoned human resources professional, business strategist, and thought leader with a keen class understanding of organizational dynamics and talent development.
That's right.
He brings a wealth of experience in recruitment, training, organizational development, and leadership coaching to every endeavor. Beyond formal roles, Dr. Oludayo is a thought leader and motivator. He ignites audiences with his insight on personal development, entrepreneurship, and effective leadership. Through his online platform and active engagement with professional organizations, he builds bridges of knowledge and inspires others to reach their full potential. As an advocate for long life learning, Dr. Oludayo believes in embracing curiosity and challenging the status quo. Whether on an online platform or at a speaking engagement, he encourages others to cultivate a purpose beyond themselves, leaving a lasting legacy of positive change. In essence, Dr. Oludayo is a symphony of knowledge, leadership, and human potential, forever composing a future where
You
individuals
see me?
and organizations rise together. No, I'm not lying. Please, can you see the love emojis I'm getting? Because everyone you touch their lives, we agree to all of this. Dr. Oludayo's journey is a testament to the power of lifelong learning and unwavering commitment. So come on. He is a living example of how curiosity, collaboration, and purpose can pave the way for a life of impactful success. Together with me, everyone, please welcome Dr. Oludayo Akinwole Olumiwa on the platform this evening. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you. Doc,
Amazing.
honestly, you're a blessing. And it's such a privilege hosting this conversation tonight. And I'm not surprised that you are where you are right now. So for those joining us tonight, we're talking on the power of what? Consistency. Really, who else could be in the best position to actually give us insights on this? Doc, honestly, um, I'm beyond words. So impressed, so happy, genuinely happy, because I know when this whole journey started, and here we are today on the 700th episode of my morning news. My morning news sweet, we were Oludayo. Oh, thank you so much, everyone that is just joining us. You're welcome tonight. We'll speaking on the topic power of consistency, and tonight we want it to be very engaging. Please drop your questions, your insights, your own experience that you've had with Dr. Ludayo in the past and even currently. And interestingly, you possibly part of the journey with my morning meals. So it's so lovely to have you with us tonight. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Doc, even though I can't see you, I'm connected with you, you know.
Oh dear goodness. But I can see you. I can see you. I can see you very
I'm,
clearly.
I'm so grateful. So, Doc, honestly, I know right now, I don't know, sort of, you're used to it. So I can't say you're on the hot seat. But tonight, you are telling us the secret to this consistency. Because in this generation, that if it's not clicking, you move, isn't it, guys? You move. But with you, especially, I really want to know what exactly, with my morning news. Today makes it the 700th episode. 7 is the number of perfection, and see the double digits behind it, isn't it? So we're glad to have you here tonight. So because of time, Doc, my first question is this. Based on your experience, beyond the dictionary meaning, what does consistency mean to you?
I mean, thank you, Dr. Okwe. I mean, for everyone joining, that's my darling friend, beautiful friend, hosting us all the way from Manchester in the UK. And Doc is an amazing person. We pray together, we study the word together, we talk career work together, and I'm glad that we can share this moment together also for knowledge. I mean, we've been doing morning news now And I say we because sometimes people think because you are the face of it, you are the one behind it. There are quite a number of people behind the scenes that have been making this thing to happen. My Money Muse just started as it started out as something I've been doing for many years. I was just tweeting. I mean, I go for then was Covenant Hour of Prayer when I was in Canaan Land in Covenant University. I'll go for Covenant Hour of Prayer. When I'm back, I'm parked my car in front of the house. I'll just keep there'll be inspired ideas coming to me, and I didn't want to just throw them away. So I keep tweeting them. I start tweeting them, and I just started to use the hashtag My Money Muse. But there was nothing about it that I wanted to do videos until I stumbled on my a minute with Maxwell. John C. Maxwell is one of my mentors, my role models. And so a minute with Maxwell. So John C. Maxwell started to do what I call a minute with Maxwell. And in doing a minute with Maxwell, I said I was doing videos, short videos. And I thought to myself, someday I will do this. Someday I will do this. And maybe this is not the time to tell you how we started, but maybe I will share it as time goes on. But that was what led to it. I mean, I just said, you know what, let's start. And on a particular day, Doc, please permit me to share the story of how Money Muse started.
Yes.
So on this fateful day, I was here on Instagram, just going through Instagram like every other person was going through Instagram. And I saw a post by Adeleke Aladekoba. And I said, and I'm hoping that Leke will join this call also shortly, because there are people that I think I'll bring up to be able to, validate that this thing is not just about me. And so I saw his video and I said to myself, wait a minute, this is Leke. Why can't I call Leke to join me in producing this? Prior to that time, I started to talk to other people who are, photographers, videographers, video editors. I've been talking to them and they've been asking me for a lot of money. And so I just said, you know what, let me go and talk to Leke. I just had that hunch. So I got up, called him. Hello, Leke, where are you? To think about it, was not more than 5 minutes drive away from where I was. And I said, I've not seen him in years. So I just got up and went straight to him. Got to his office and we started to talk. And I said, this is the idea I have. I've got a couple of tweets that I've been sharing. And at that time, friends, I could count 8,000 tweets. I could count 8,000 tweets that I had on my Money Muse. So the hashtag on Twitter, on X, right? 8,000. And I said, see, I've got content to share, and I think we should go ahead and share it. And I wanted to do videos. He said, okay, let's start. And I said, wait. Before we start, I don't have money. Because today I've been talking about consistency. There are many things that I have conquered to be able to do this today. There are many things I've conquered. And one of it was I had to ask Leke. I said, Leke, guess what? I don't have money to do this. And I've been talking to other videographers. They've been asking me for resources. They've been asking me for money. At that time, all I thought I could spare was less than 100,000 naira. Before people think it's dollars or pounds that I'm talking about. 100,000 naira, right?
Yeah.
And that's all I had. And I said, see, Leke, all I have is 100,000. He said, no. He said, let's go and start. Let's even start. Friends, 2 days after that, Leke asked me, where are we going to be using? I said, well, I don't even have money to go and rent a studio or whatever. So I started in my house. Sometimes the reason we are consistent is because the resources that we use for our journey is something that is easily at our disposal. Sometimes if you go all the way to get something that's beyond you to execute a project, continue sustaining it may be very difficult. So I said, you know what, let's do my house. My house is not bad enough. Let's do it. And he said, okay, no problem. He's got all the gears. He's got the cameras, he's got the lights, he's got the cameras, he's got the lights, and he's got the, everything he needed, all the props. And Leke was here in my house, set up, and we started to run the videos. Today, we're talking 700 episodes. It started by a young man taking a risk on me, and we'll talk about money matters later, but that's how we started. And Doc, you asked me, what is consistency? For me, I think consistency is about let's just continue. The word there is continue.
Yeah.
Continue to do that which
Mm.
you believe carries value. Continue to do that which you believe carries value. If you continue to do it, over time, the benefits of it, which I'll share also later on this call, the benefits of it and what it will make of you will be glaring for the whole world to see. Many of us
Mm.
are not consistent or are not continuing in the things that we've started to do because we're afraid of the power to the what I call the staying power.
Mm.
The staying power. How do I
Mm.
hold on to this? How do I ensure I don't lose the momentum? How do I ensure I don't lose the enthusiasm? Because sometimes we start and we're just eager, we're excited to go on, we're roaring on, and we're going and going and going. And so sometimes you realize that you cannot keep up. You cannot keep up with that energy. I mean, today I can tell you that there are many reasons why we have continued, and I believe uh, over the next few minutes I will share together, we're going to be able to share some of those thoughts with you. So, for consistency, for me, means continuing,
Mm.
not
Mm.
holding back, not giving up, just continuing to do that which you believe will add value to people. Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Thank you very much, Doc. So, two keywords is that which you believe would add value. And that leads nicely to my next question, which is your why. As in, how did it just pour up? How did it start? Why did you start My Morning Muse? And at that time, did you envision, did you see yourself getting onto today celebrating the 700th episode of it? So what's your why? What's your value with it?
So the truth of the matter is, my morning muse started by me just sharing my muses.
Mm.
These were the things I was pondering upon for the day. I go for a prayer meeting, I'm out of the prayer meeting, and I'm saying, this thought came to my head, and I just want to share it.
So
And so after
shit.
the prayer meetings, covenant hour prayer, I'll stay right in front of my house in my car, and I'll ponder on these things. This thought will just be coming like torrents. I'm like, you know what? The best thing to do with this thought is to share it. So I just kept posting it and posting it and posting it and posting it. And at the time, I started to use the hashtag My Morning Muse. Some other time, I started to use My Evening Muse because when I go for service in the evenings and I have such burst of ideas and inspiration coming, I start to write and type my evening muse. And so the reason was honestly one to share my thoughts with other people and to see if other people can catch on the inspiration that I've caught on, to see if I can also inspire people to do it. But by the time we started to do videos, the idea was let us give wings to these words, let us give legs to these ideas, let us enable these ideas to be put on the platform where more people will see it, where more people can reference it. Because,
Mm.
doing it as a tweet, people will have to start looking for the hashtag. But now we have it on YouTube. People can go on YouTube and watch it on
Yes.
demand. They can go on the Instagram channels and watch it on demand. The idea was, how many people can I inspire beyond myself? Then let's
Mm.
go ahead and do this. It
Yes.
was about wanting to inspire other people, wanting to add value to other people. That was why I started.
Hmm. That's beautiful. Honestly, it just shows the extent of your mindset, and which is in line with what I read from your bio. You think about others. How can I help others to succeed? How can I expand or enlarge their capacity? What else can I do? How can I give of myself? And Doc, honestly, thank you so much for not keeping this to yourself. But instead you're sharing it, you're spreading it across the world. That's beautiful. Now, my other question is this. Can you tell me what you've learned through the process? Now, still tied to our team, which is the power of consistency. So, what have you learned through the whole process? Thinking about, the resources, the efficient use of resources, the probably, I don't know, is your journey. What have you learned? What are the key things that you want to share with us?
I mean, that question is a very big one, very, very big one. And I've learned quite a lot of things, and maybe I will just use this opportunity to inspire somebody on this call. There's
Yes.
somebody on this call who has started a project and possibly lost steam, and you didn't continue. There's also possibly somebody on this call who has started a project. You're going on, but you're right now confronting some challenges, and you are in the state of consideration to quit or not to quit. For someone, you have stopped already. You have started, you have stopped. Another person, you just started. So you are just wondering, can you go on? For another set of persons, you are at the point where you are considering quitting. Maybe you face resource challenges, motivation challenges, time management issues. You can't keep up with the demands. You have many obligations holding you back. My next thought will possibly just help you, right? My next thought will help you. For me, I think one of the things I've learned is about progress over perfection.
Mm.
I was never looking for perfection. I was not looking to have the finest video on YouTube. I was not looking to have the finest video on Instagram. I just wanted to have progress over perfection. Progress over perfection. So for me, because I see that consistent effort, even in small doses, leads to progress. Consistent effort, even in small doses, leads to progress. Aiming for perfection all of the time will often lead to discouragement. Because if you're aiming for perfection and you don't get to hit perfection, you become disorganized, disoriented. I believe that small, steady steps are more likely to be more sustainable and lead to long-term goals. Small, steady steps they lead. That was my first takeaway. Maybe the second takeaway is what I call compound effect.
Mm.
Compound effect, because doc, over
Yeah.
time, over time, consistent actions, whether they be positive or
Mm.
negative, they have a magnifying effect. Over time, when you have done 5 videos, 7 videos, I mean, the day I counted 10, I said, oh, now I've entered the zeros. And then I remember when we did the 100th video, and I said to myself, whoa. And so every step you take of yesterday becomes a platform to build on to the next one. So there's a compounding effect in consistent effort. If you continue to do it, the energy you bring in on the second day is not the same energy of the first day. The
Mm.
learning you bring in, the thoughts you bring in are not the same. Again, maybe a third one. A third thing I've learned is consistency has helped me to build trust and reliability. It has helped me to build trust and reliability. In personal and professional settings, being consistent in the things that you do builds trust. I know many people today have found they possibly just started to say, oh, I know this guy only for this reason. I know this dude only for that reason. And that's why they're there. And if you're consistent, you build reliability, dependability, trustworthiness. Many of us don't know why people don't keep up with us. You don't know why
Mm.
people don't want to keep talking to you, why don't want to continue to engage you. They see that you are here today and then tomorrow you are off. Today you are active, next tomorrow you are inactive. But what consistency has done is that it has enabled us to build trust and reliability. People can trust that every day Muyiwa will post. People can trust that every day he will post, whether it's morning news, maybe whether he posts it in the morning and it's morning news, or he posts it in the evening and it's evening news and morning news, whichever way he will post it. Another thing that
Mm.
it has helped me to do is habit formation. Consistency has helped me to now form and maintain certain critical habits. Maybe I should tell somebody on this call. You possibly will ask me, how do I get inspiration for these things? Because I know, I'm conscious now that I have to share ideas. I'm conscious now that I have to share thoughts. My antenna is now active. I'm now able to easily pick up inspired moments. And so when someone is speaking with me, I'm able to pick up inspired moments. There's a friend of mine on the call. I'm hoping I can see him and bring him up here. If he's right here, I think I see him.
Who's that?
I'm going to bring him right up. Architect Bengala, I've asked him to join. I've invited him to join. Now, Architect Lalade said one thing to me, which was one of the many things that helped me to thrive. And it is this. He said, resources always follow causes. Akalala told me resources always follow causes. Friends, If there is a cause, if the resource will follow it. I mean, this is not play on words. It's just true. It's a philosophy that guided me through this. And he was the one that shared that thought with me. Because today people think I'm consistent because I'm the strong guy, I'm gearing up by myself and all of that. No, 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 no. But he told me, he said, see, resources always follow causes. And like I told you before, when I started to do this, all I had as guaranteed, guaranteed income, guaranteed income on a monthly basis was less than 400,000 naira.
Hmm.
All I had as guaranteed income was less than 400,000 naira. And my money muse was going to cost me over 200,000 naira per month. I see a friend and a brother of mine, Akin Odedina, on the call. Akin is a producer of movies, and he's just done something with multi-choice recently. Akin understands what it means to have resources to do projects. And at the time I started, I did not have the resource. And so I learned to be sensitive to every cash flow that came across me. Because I'm a believer and I have my Christian faith as my anchor, as the basis for the things that I do, it was easy for me to depend absolutely on God. And Doc, we've done 32 months. 32 months of my money muse. We have not owed the production team one day. One critical strength of my consistent effort has been that philosophy. Resources always follow causes. I have never had to stop any obligation. And I know many people say, well, but money is an issue. We can talk about how to raise money. We can talk about how to raise money. And truly speaking, how did I raise money for my money muse? To be honest, Doc, how did I raise money? Because I had to pay every month. I had to pay every month. Every month, I had to pay every month. I can tell you, really is about personal resources. You bring your personal funds into it. And the way to do it is this: ensure that you are one person that can attract financial resources. Ensure you're someone that can attract financial resources. I have friends that will call me and say, hey, Muyiwa, I want to sow into my Money Muse ministry. And I say, hey, calm down. My Money Muse is not a ministry. I'm not a pastor. I don't want to be a pastor. I will not even take the call. God should not call me, right? I will not even take the call. But I've had friends who will just wake up one morning and they wired money to me. I have never been a burden to any of my friends. I've never asked any of my friends to say, we are running out of funds, so help us, otherwise we'll go off air. No, not at all. So they do that. I mean, so I've gotten friends who have given, have brought in 99.9% of the resource that has funded my money muse have been personal resources. Personal resources. And it comes from the fact that you must be someone who can attract wealth. Guess what, friends? When I started to post my money muse, I started to get speaking invitations, speaking engagements. People started to call me and say, Doc, can you do this? Can you speak here? Can you speak here? Can you do this? And I started to speak. And from speaking, I started to get resources. And as I got the resources, I knew it was me having to, channel the resources to this work. And so, without having to sound like a broken record, I've been consistent over the years. Over the years, it's 3 years now, 32 months. Because one, I think I've just been focused. I didn't look for, I didn't look for accolades. I didn't look for any accolades. I mean, no matter who's, see, someone said to me one time, and again, this is one of the things that helped me. Another philosophy for anyone on this call to hear. Someone said to me one time, he said, if you ignore the applause of men, you will not be moved by their criticism. If you ignore the applause of men, you will not be moved by their criticism. And so I never try to look forward to people commending me. And that's why my friend, my publicist is on this call, the one who works with me to amplify the work I do. Slasher is here on the call. And Slasher says to me all the time, how much we need to increase your visibility. But he struggled with me. He struggled to get me to look for how to get more likes. Because I don't look for likes. I don't look for how many likes I'm getting. I'm really looking for how many, if it's one person. Maybe I should tell the people on this call, I post morning news daily on 15 platforms. On 15 platforms every day. I can start to name all of the 15 platforms or 15 accounts every day. I don't look I don't look for I don't look for likes, I don't look for followers, I don't look for anything. For me is if there is just one person I'm impacting on those 15 platforms and I have 15 people, oh come on, that's a lot. That's a lot. Do you know what it is to have to post 15 platforms, 2 accounts on Instagram, right? 2 accounts on Twitter, on X, that's 4. Facebook 1. Um, LinkedIn 1, that's 5. That's 6. What? Reddit, Pinterest, Medium, Substack. I post on TikTok, YouTube. I post on where again? 15 of them. 15 channels. Tumblr. I post on Tumblr 16, making 16. I post on
Have you
Tumblr.
mentioned WhatsApp status?
WhatsApp status 16 every day.
You're doing a great job, Doc.
And so
Wow.
I'm not bothered about whether people, I mean, at least on WhatsApp, I can see how many people have viewed it. On Twitter, I can see how many people have viewed it. But I'm just concerned about the fact that put it out there, some people will come back and get a seat. So thanks to my friends and thanks to my teachers who taught me to have philosophies. Thanks to those who invested in me by giving me one, cash support, and those who started to invite me to speaking engagement and paid for my services. But ultimately, you must be an attractive person. You must be an attractive person for people to invest in your ideas. John Maxwell says, people first buy into you before they buy into the vision. They buy into you. It's called the law of buying. People buy into you before they buy into your vision.